concern myself because of the. I just comment on their height. On their height or size.
Good morning, Thunderbirds fans. Don Armio with my partner, Nick Christensen. Couple technical difficulties there, Don. Little rusty. Coming off a 3-week break almost, it seems like. 3 weeks, man. Forgot I had to get all the stuff out, get it charged and ready to go for the fans, both near and far, that can't be with us here today.
Well, we are all a little rusty, but the boys have been grinding and working hard over the last couple of weeks, coming off of our last tournament. I'm excited to see them back on the ice today. Obviously, one tilt this weekend versus the boys from down south at Rampage, but then off to Arizona, which is going to be a really exciting, tough weekend for the boys.
I tell you what, it is good. It's good to get one here and knock off the rust for them too. 3 weeks with practice, and hey, we look to be back in full health, with the exception of Connor Spinks and Dylan Penny on the ice today.
Yeah, a lot of guys coming back here. Obviously, the last game we saw these boys on the ice, we saw 8 of them, one goalie on the bench and one in the net, and obviously those boys showed a ton of heart there, but we are back fully healthy. So the rest was good for this squad. Obviously worked a lot on practice side of things, but down Mr. Penny today, wishing him the best with, I believe, a shoulder collarbone issue that he's got going on. And good news coming out of the Spinks camp is it sounds like he's kind of got a date circled and return coming early January. Back on the ice skating?
That's what I'm understanding. So it feels like Popeye's rehab is ahead of schedule. Let's get him back on the ice so we can have him full boat here heading into league and state playoffs.
Yeah, for the first time in a while, you see him right there, right now, number 6. Obviously, Blake Redpath out there going to be patrolling the blue line. Great to have him back after his broken wrist. And then also Garrett took that nasty hit in the corner the last time actually we were on this rink and had a little bit of neck stiffness, sat out in Dallas, but is back fully healthy. Looking great practice. So adding a little depth here for the T-Birds, which is great.
And you mentioned Blake. It is nice to have El Capitan back onto the ice because the last image I had of him was giving big bear hugs to all the guys that sold out on the ice in Dallas. And now it's awesome for him to get a little piece of his own.
Yeah, I got to imagine he's pretty amped coming back onto the ice. This will be his first action in a while. And I think since Minnesota when he got hurt playing Mission up there. But we've seen it with the Avalanche when they get their captain back on the ice. It's hard to influence when you're just in the room, kind of there on practices. But he's able to get in there and hopefully is a big boost and a lift for these boys.
Really looking forward to that. We will have 4 of my favorite friends here on the ice today, 4 stripes.
Looks like a good squad though, Don. Good squad.
We're looking to keep everything as professional as we can as long as they agree to the same.
I agree. Welcome back, Graham Burns. We got our stats guy back up here, so I'm able to just stay on the color side of things. He's up here. He's also, we have promoted him over the break. He is our in-broadcast rules official as well. So we've handed him the rules book, made sure he's read up on everything so that if we have any questions, we don't have to ask Stripes, we can just ask him.
That's right. And he is, by the telephone game, our primary, giving the officials the business.
As the loudest voice in the rink, for sure. We're going to tap him and don't him to get the boot, because we saw the last time what happened when you chimed in on something and got tossed, and production, everything just fell apart. So we're excited to have you here for a full game today, Don. Me or Graham are glad to take one for the team so that the show goes on. So.
Hey, we pick up for each other and have each other's back where it matters most. 30 seconds here left in the warm-ups, and we're going to be moving into puck drop. I know Coach Ryan has been feeling very good about how the boys have been practicing and how they've been coming along over the course of the season.
Yeah, a lot of energy at practice, obviously focusing on the power play, but doing a lot of those individual small like work skills stuff there. But hopefully 3-week break for the boys. Not a lot of rust to knock off, and they just come out hungry and aggressive here versus a Rampage team from just down south. And I know they've been playing a ton of tough games, and I think last time we bested them 5-0, and I'd love to see us repeat that.
Well, we know we're going to get their best, so we just got to come out and set the tone early and often. Starting lineups coming to you here in just a moment.
What a jersey that is! Just in case
So
you
one
see
of
a
these
flash
kids
of
is
white,
doing his own thing.
Yeah. In case you see a flash of white out there, it is Mr. Daschel out there. Where he decided to go retro tonight. T-Bird's going with the classic whites, but he went retro on us tonight, huh?
He sure did.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you forget your jerseys in the comfort of your own home. There's your pregame breakdown. Refs are having some final words with Coach Kev.
The stats guy's over here yelling at me. I'm trying to tell him what to do, and he's yelling at me.
Well, we're all supposed to be coachable up here. At least that's the hope. Looks like coming to the ice here on the backside, we're going to see Jackson and Blake. Up front, we're going to see Trevor, Irvin, and Landon. And between the pipes,
Mr. Ethan Marquez today.
E-Train Marquez.
Number 32 between the pipes, is that Mr. Swanson?
Mr. Mountain Man Maddox Swanson holding down the pipes on the Rampage side.
Don, I'm excited to get some hockey back. It's been too long of a break here, and I'm excited to see these boys play some hockey.
Here we go. You at home better stand up and knock off the rust as well.
Yeah, get those coolers. Get a little spare in there. I expect a few unfair face-offs today, Don.
Here we go. As long as there's 10 or fewer, we might be all right. Landon is in for the face-off. Puck is down. Irvin comes through with it. Skates it. Has Trevor on zone entry. Trevor sends it on net. Puck's loose out front. Irvin's shot. Just found the corner. He didn't get all of that, but had the net wide open. Rampage taking it back behind the net. Miss it. Trevor has it. Turns, fires it back down in deep in the zone. Irvin and Landon applying some pressure. Landon comes out with it. Landon's looking for space. Bumps it up to Trevor. Trevor leaves it for Landon on the half boards. Up to Blake. Puck out of the zone. Blake has it. Sends it over to Jackson. Turns, fires it in. Opposite side. We're still offside. And that's going to be an intent. No. They let the play go. It looked like we touched it. Now we have a turnover. Landon gets it to Trevor. Again, zone entry. Trevor bumping it to Irvin. Irvin out of the corner. Trevor and Irvin board battle. Rampage able to chip it up and out. Dashl's now on. Oh, shot fired on Rampage. Blocked here by Miller. Miller off the board, chips it up and out. Parker Miller, puck's up and out of play. That'll be a neutral zone face-off. Face-off right here in front of us.
Don, good couple chances down here from that first shift from the boys there, and obviously Big Herb, pride of Colorado Springs, skating hard out there, but high pressure chance there on Ethan, and good save.
There's your first one.
Take a drink, folks.
Sammy, Miller, Parker, Daschel, and Mark on the backside. Puck's finally down. Rampage has it, sends it cross ice, up and out and down. That's on E-Train. E-Train opts to save and freeze it, so that'll be a defensive zone face-off. Looks like they're
jersey looking good out there, Don.
Puck's one. Parker has it, bumps it forward to Sammy up the outside, has zone entry. Mark going to the backside, just missed wide, but had again net wide open. Sammy cycles it back down low, has Parker. Parker off the seam to Sammy. Sammy backhand shot saved and frozen, so that'll be an offensive zone face-off. Couple really good quick backdoor passes with open nets, not finding the back of the net though.
Yeah, Mark almost tucked that one in there. I thought we were back in Dallas playing with 8 players as Mark was a huge part of our offense playing forward there, but back on the D side and jumping in on that opportunity there. So love to see it as the boys are flying early, Donnie.
Unfair face-off number 2.
Holy cow, we're buckle up, folks.
Puck's down. Rampage comes out with it. Chips it up the boards. They get it out. Sammy has it. Tried to chip it through, and Rampage holds it momentarily. Mark chips it forward. Rampage playing off the half boards comes through. Mark has it. Mark over to Dashel. Dashel had Parker on the opposite side. Didn't miss by much on net. Puck stayed back behind the net. Played around the outside. We have Jack and Connor Hilly on the backside. Keaton Olsen, Kellen, and Linden on. Puck sent up the half boards. Rampage sends it up and out of play. They're going to bring that outside of the zone or leave it in to be determined.
TBD on that one, Don.
Looks like it's going to be a defensive zone face-off. So again, Linden, Kellen, Keaton, Jack, and Connor Hilly on the backside. Puck's just sitting on the dot, buried. Shot by Rampage, wide of the net. Keaton picks it up off the half board. Rampage has it. Tried to turn, fired in, but Kellen has it out of the zone. Poke forward. Keaton has zone entry. Oh, turn shot fire. Rampage deflected it on their own goalie, and Mountain come up with a big save there.
Man, I like that look from Mr. Olsen on the far post there. Had Linden coming in there calling for it. Almost got it through, but Rampage goalie able to stifle that one up front, but loose puck, Kellen almost knocked in there. So good chance there from the boys.
Kellen in for the draw here. Blake and Jackson on the backside. Puck still sitting there. Puck comes up to Jackson. Turn shot fired wide. Sent to the opposite corner. Rampage tried to chip it up. They sent it cross. It's now out of the zone. They send it forward. Good angle by Blake. Sends it to the corner. Good body by Blake. Puck set to the opposite side, and Linden is applying some pressure. Rampage with the over, up, and through, miss it. Jackson steps. Has some speed. Gets around one. Backhand up and over the net. Blake steps. Shot on net. Puck loose out front. Rampage sends it out to the corner. Blake's working there. Blake got stick check. Rampage trying to come up the half boards, but we hold it. Blake's around one. Turn shot fired wide of the net. Puck's back behind the net. Garrett Johnson picks it up. Cycles it back down behind. Had Linden came out front. Turned it over. Jackson has it. Turns, rips it down the opposite side. Blake steps up. Miller's now on. Blake tried to send it through. Had Miller going to the backside. Garrett has Miller out front. Turns out fire. Puck's loose. Picked up by Liam. Puck's still loose. Really good battles trying to stay with puck. Just couldn't get a clean one to the back of the net.
That was the only thing bad about that was couldn't get a clean stick on it, Don. But great puck movement there. Defense jumping in on the offensive side of things is when we get really dangerous there. But good work by the boys.
Dashel and Mark on the backside, so we've got Liam, Miller, and Garrett on up front. Unfair face-off number 3. Just puck's finally dropped. Dashel has it. Sends it the opposite boards for Mark. Mark sends it down low. Comes all the way back behind the net. Dashel steps to short. Rampage able to chip it up and out. Mark back on retrieval. Mark turns it over right up the middle of the ice, but Liam's able to sweep it away. Dashel bumps it up to Garrett. Garrett chips it through. We're looking for some partial changes. Garrett hard into the corner with Miller. Rampage sends it the opposite side, has Mark. Mark again turns and fires it hard back behind the net. Garrett picks it up there. Dashel holds the line. Turn shot fired. Glove saved outside of the net and frozen for an offensive zone faceoff.
Don, outside of a few turnovers on the defensive side of things in the neutral zone, Tbirds playing a pretty strong game here, putting a ton of pressure on the offense side of things, moving the puck well and moving with speed, which good to see. Good things are going to happen.
Lane and Trevor Irvin, Jack and Connor Hilly. Jack steps, turns and puts it in the opposite corner. Connor Hilly steps to try to get through, sends it back down into the corner with Irvin going in to apply pressure. Trevor has it back in the opposite corner. He's lots of hash, tried to cycle it down, got stick checked. Rampage has zone exit. Gain the line and turn and fired in. Sent to the opposite side, they miss it. We're able to chip it up. We have a 3-on-1 here. Landon has it. Landon to Irvin, got good back check there. Comes out of the zone. Jack's there. Sticks, holds it. Rampage chips it up and out. That's a tough 3-on-1 not to capitalize on. Connor Hilly from back behind the net. He's got Trevor streaking. Finds Trevor, chips it in and on net. Maddox saves it, dumps it to the opposite corner. Rampage sends it up and out. Blake's now on. Blake is in a 2-on-1. Rampage comes out with it. Good body by Parker on the blue line. Shutting that down right now. Jackson comes through with speed, picks it up, turns, ships it into the corner. Maddox from back behind the net sends it up the hash. Good body. Blake turns, shot, fire, punch saved up to the corner. Miller has it. Miller, Sammy on. Parker slides it through to Parker. Parker just got stick checked. Sends it up high to Jackson, loses it out of the zone, and Blake has it. Blake got poke checked. Rampage has it now into the zone. Trying to come to the middle. Good stick by Jackson. Miller has it. Bumps it up to Sammy. Sammy's got it. Tried miss Parker coming through. Rampage has it. Clears it up and out of the zone. Dashel now on the backside with Blake. Blake's taking the back of the net. He comes out on the opposite side. Up the opposite board. He's going to get zone entry. Turn shot fired up and over the net. Dashel slides it down to the hash as Sammy. Kellen turn shot fired, saved and frozen. That'll be an offensive zone face-off. And Mark and Keaton come on the ice. We have Kellen and Linden.
Is the retro jersey throwing you off there? You didn't know what to do, but wish we had some instant replay on Parker's hit there. What a great play there by Mr. Bozich.
Rampage comes out with it, sends it the opposite side. Dashel steps to hold the zone. Sends it back down to Keaton. Keaton backhands back behind the net looking for Kellen. Kellen was hustling from behind, no call. Mark has it, takes it back to the net. He's wheeling. Gets through two. He's got speed. He's going to have zone entry. Shot and blocked up. And that puck is gone for days. That'll be an offensive zone faceoff.
Man, that landed in the back of my truck in the parking lot on that one. It's an absolute rip there from Mark. Tipped up over the net, but when 2-7 gets a full head of steam, there is nobody getting in the way of him, Donnie.
Kellen back in for the draw. Unfair face-off 4. How about if you just drop the puck, buddy? Puck's one back. Rampage has it.
Holy shit, Donnie! FCC is going to be complaining about that one as that's coming in hot right into the stands. Right into the stands here.
Head on a swivel. We're good. Thumbs up here. Unfair face-off number 5.
Not one person in the stands concerned about us up here, Donnie.
0. Pucks one over to Linden, chips it in. Rampage off the half boards. Comes through. Dashel picks it up. Dashel has Linden. Linden has Keaton streaking. Trying to get through the middle. He's sticking with it. Keaton all the way into the corner. Leaves it for Kel. Kel turns out a 1. Keaton's there. Linden's there. Has it in skates. Rampage backhands it up and out of the zone. Mark has it. Mark sends it up and out of the zone. Comes back in. Mark has Dashel. Liam's now on. Oh, he's looking for Linden on the opposite side off Kellen's skate for an icing. Had Linden wide open on the backside.
I like what that line's doing early out there with Burns, O'Leary, and Olsen. Is big, heavy body skating hard out there.
Jack and Connor Hilly, Parker, Liam, and Garrett, it looks like. Puck's up. Shot blocked. It's in skates. Rampage lost it in the corner. Jack and Garrett working there. Puck sent to the opposite hash. Rampage tried to come looking for a give and go to net front. Miss it. working off the slot. High shot up and over the net. Rampage holding the zone right now. Turn shot fired, blocked off a skate out of the zone. Parker's got it with Liam going with him. That was an anticipation call, 100%.
I'd love to see the instant replay on that one, as I agree. A little bit of anticipation on that offsides there.
Well, we've got to slow it down. Now to see if we get an unfair face-off, because this guy is 4 out of 5 of them.
Well,
Landon, Irvin, Trevor, Blake, and Jackson. Irvin comes out with it. Irvin sends it in deep. Rampage picks it up, tried to send it up and out, but can't. Landon slips back one behind. Has the back of the net, looking for time and space. Has a seam. The hook. Lost it up and out of the zone. The hook, no call. Landon gets it back, has the over to Blake. Blake up the half boards, has Jackson. Jackson's going to have speed. He's got Trevor joining with him with Irv. Leaves it off the board for Landon. Lost it off the stick, gets it right back. Turn shot fired. Oh, that looked like it went in, but it did not. Rampage clears the puck up and out of the zone, all the way down. Ethan leaves it for Blake. Blake cross-ice pass, turn over to Rampage on the hash. Good open hit by Irv. Puck's chipped up and out of the zone. It's in the zone. Rampage cross-ice pass. Lots of stuff going on back behind the play. We had guys checked in the benches and 2 guys in the Rampage bench, including ours, trying to get out.
Mr. Darian right there. I don't know if Mike's here today. I hope he saw that one, but he missed it on the camera. Absolutely levels the Rampage kid into the bench, pushes him into his bench, and says, "Stay off the ice, buddy."
It's time for a shift change.
Unbelievable hit.
Daschel, Mark, Miller, Parker, Sammy. Miller in for the draw.
Hit of the year. Hit of the year.
Hit of the year. Rampage has it, working off the hash, blocked by Dash off the skate to the opposite corner. Puck sent back behind the net. Puck sent out front, turn shot fired wide of the net. Parker has it, leaves it for Daschel. Daschel's by 1, he's got Sammy going with him. Turn shot fired, goal!
The old throwback retro jersey getting on the board early. Love to see the retro out there getting a goal, but came down with a head of steam there and just sniped that one right underneath the blocker. But Tbirds go up 1-0, and our stats guy just told us we've had 2 warnings for hitting too hard.
We have?
We have.
Oh, for playing hockey? Same 5 guys step back in. Miller is in for the draw. Puck's 1-4. Rampage picks it up. Send it up and in. That's an ice. That'll be an offensive zone face-off.
Great little goal there by Daschel. Love to see it.
It's good to get on the board. We got to start pouring them on. We've had plenty of chances here.
Just got to break the seal there, Don, and the avalanche is coming.
Miller in for the draw. Puck sent. Rampage comes out with it, but Parker kicks it right back. Working out of the corner, was looking for Sammy. Got angled off. Rampage trying to come up the outside, but good pressure by our guys. Parker is playing physical. Good job by Sammy coming in. Sammy and Parker just grinding here. Miller waiting in the wings with Mark and Daschel. Rampage has it, sends it up. Mark holds his own. Mark sends it right back to Parker off the seam. Parker to Mark. Mark sends it deep. Opposite side. Daschel's going to step to hold. Daschel sends it in. Still has it. Holy gosh. Rampage sends it up and out and down. Mark back on retrieval. Mark hard off the half boards, looking for Lennon. Couldn't connect. Rampage has it, but good angles here. Lennon has it. Has Mark on the opposite hash. Behind. Turn shot fired. Stick saved. Puck's out of the zone. Jack's now on. So Keaton, Lyndon, Kellen, Jack, and Connor Hilly. Rampage trying to get out of the zone. Good sticks. Puck gets all the way through. Good job by Jack with the read. Jack gets it right back. Has zone exit. Has the line. Turns and dumps it in. Good forecheck by Kellen. Puck's back behind the net. Lyndon's going to pick that up off the hash. got leveled. Bodies all over
Oh,
the place.
my
Is that going to be an icing or a penalty? They're going to call a penalty.
Stepped on the skate there. Stepped on the skate there, Don, and got tripped up there. I don't like that one at all. But Mr. Lake is going to the box on that one. But forecheck dialed up here for the T-Birds today as they are all over it, Donnie. Whenever our production budget goes up here, I'd love for us to get instant replay, a little chalkboard. I'd love to go back and look at Lyndon's neutral zone pass over there to Mark, and Mark almost picked the same spot Dashiell just cashed in on, and Maddox just able to get a little stick on it.
You know, there is the ability, if you run with a computer, to have some replay action, but that's out of my technical realm. Maybe Tiff can get on it. So penalty kill here with Irvin, Trevor, Blake, and Jackson to start. Rampage now gets the puck into the zone. Jackson's back. He's going to rip that up and out. Through. Trevor is hard. Oh! And it's in the back of the net for a shorty. Really good job by Jackson off the boards, and Trevor's streaking.
Man, came in with a full head of steam, and I think he snuck that one right underneath the armpit there of the Rampage goalie to get that shorty in, though. But great little drive there. T-Birds go up 2-0. 5:06 left in the first.
Dashiell Mark come on the backside. We've got Linden and Miller on up front. Rampage has it. Trying to regroup in their defensive zone, being forced deep. Linden applying really good pressure. Rampage from back behind their net. Just over a minute 20 here left in the kill. Rampage gets into the zone. Trying to send it right through with guys going hard and missed. Allows Dashiell to come through. He's got Linden. We have a 3-on-1 developing here. Miller and Linden. Miller tried to slide it through to Linden going to net front. Rampage is going to get zone exit, now zone entry. Good back check. Turn shot fired wide of the net. That's out of the zone. Rampage having to regroup back in their defensive zone. 45 seconds here in the kill. Good job so far. Sammy now on. Jack now on the backside. Kellen and Sammy on up front. Jack and Connor Hilly on the backside. Kellen applying some good pressure up front. Rampage with the over. Has a line, opts to turn and dump it in. Jack gets there. 2-on-2 battle with Kellen and Jack. Kellen comes out with it, slides out of it, is able to clear it up and out. Really good job there. 10 seconds here left in the kill. Rampage has it. Cross pass right to Kellen. Kellen in all by himself. Surfing, turns out of it, has Sammy. Oh, had Sammy going wide open to the net. Couldn't connect. Rampage comes out of it. We are even. They miss. Irvin on the ice. Where's the puck here? Puck's here in the blue line. Rampage coming up the outside. Turns and fires it in. Landon now on with Trevor and Irvin. Jack up to Landon. Landon turns out of a hit. He's looking to get some momentum going. Bumps it up to Jack. Jack has Connor Hilly on the opposite side with zone entry. Rampage able to clear it out. Landon intercepts it. He's got zone entry. Landon around one. Traffic in front. Slides it up to Trev. Trev right back to Landon. Back to Trev. Trev back to Landon to Irvin. Irvin sends it high to Blake, and Jackson now on the backside. Blake slides it down to Trevor, into Irvin. Irvin turns shot 5, pucks loose out front. Irv follows up with it, gets it up to Trevor. Trevor has Blake. Blake walks right back to Trevor. Turns shot fired, deflected, loose, off the side of the net by Landon. Another big hit by Irv. Puck sent up and through. That'll be an icing. We'll stay right here. Really good puck movement and action there.
Great puck movement as T-Birds running the Bill Walton triangle offense on that one. Just a lot of puck movement in that triangle. Got a couple great opportunities out there. Love to see that, Donnie.
Miller, Sammy, Parker on up front. Mark and Dashiell come on the backside. Miller in for the draw. Bouncing puck. Rampage tried to clear it. Dashiell has it. Dashiell turns, dumps it in. It's clear. Parker going in to apply some pressure. Rampage up the outside. Miller's able to hold it. Got through, but got held up momentarily. Rampage clears it right to Mark, sends it right back in, and Miller is going to go apply some pressure. Mark holds his own again, turns and fires it in. Dashiell's going to get down through there. Rampage trying to play out of the corner. Has it up the outside, up the middle. Good sticks. Good body by Parker. Pucks that in deep. Dashiell and Mark battling down here. Digging. Kellen comes in to support Mark. Had it, tipped it forward. Gets it back. Mark's got some speed. Was looking for Sammy, just missed. Bouncing puck. Jack now on. Kellen's back supporting. Kellen had Mark on the opposite side. Chips it in. Keaton's now on. Flying. Rampage up the outside. Has wide zone entry. Looking for those cross passes out the outside. And that is a set play. We were talking about that. They're looking for those backside stretches. Lowest asleep and then cut back. Here it comes again. 3-on-1. Good job by Ethan. Puck save out to the corner. Rampage chips it up the half-boards. Puck's going to go up and out of play. Defensive zone face-off. Wholesale changes with Jackson and Blake, Garrett, Landon, and Liam coming onto the ice.
Yeah, nice opportunity there from Rampage. When good cross-ice pass there. Found them on the other side. Just missed the net. Hit on the far side there, Don.
Rampage wins it. Sends it in deep. Blake works from back behind the net. Tried to send it up. Ref impeded play.
Take a drink for that, too. Huh?
Yeah. Impeding play. Landon working back behind the net. Pokes it to Jackson up the half-boards to Garrett. Garrett turns and dumps it in. Liam is going in to apply pressure. Goalie's out. Liam wins that battle. Cycles it back down, looking for Garrett. Jackson turns out fired, saved, and released by Maddox. That's going to be an icing. And an offensive zone face-off.
2.6 seconds left here. Just enough time to set up a nice little 1-2 here, Donnie. Could pull the goalie, go 6 and 5, just drop him right in there.
Oh, we're running an offensive set, 2.6 here. Trying to win it back to get a shot on net. See if we can win it back. It was one back, but right up the gut when nobody was home. That's going to do it for your first period.
Well, Don, got to say, almost a picture-perfect first period here from the T-Birds is leading in shots 14-3 here at the end of one, up 2-0, and a couple great opportunities, and the boys skating hard out there. So. Not much we can improve on there outside of a few turnovers, huh?
I think, the only thing I'd like to see a little bit of improvement on is keeping our head on the swivel on those stretch passes on the backside and sending guys driving hard to the back door. We got to make sure we're rolling that backside offensive guy back if our defense is holding the zone. Or just shutting that down.
Well, that and the cooler for the bird nest up here, those are the two things we need to improve on for sure.
A beverage station would be nice.
Anybody listening out in the parking lot, send 3 up this way, huh?
Uno, dos, tres. Why? Because it is Feliz Navidad. Coming to the ice here. Starting this second period, we're going to see Miller, Parker, Sammy, Dashiell, and Mark. Park is down. Rampage has it. Sent it up the outside. Dashiell with a stick and step. Trying to poke it through. It's in feet. Sammy gets it to Miller. Miller's got zone entry. He's got Parker joining him. Miller gets through 2. Turns out fire. Pucks loose out front to the opposite corner. Rampage sends it up, and it is out. Little ping pong action going. Turned over. Dash has it in the defensive zone. Dash has Miller right up the middle. Miller carries. Send that.
I don't know if I like that one either, Dom. Have to ask our rules official there. Blue line considered in the zone, right?
Same guy. This guy is the unfair face-off guy and the offsides guy.
Offside zone.
Blake Jackson on the backside. Miller, Irvin, and Trevor on up front. Rampage gets it into the zone. Jackson back on retrieval. Jackson turns and wires it. Rampage can't hold it. It's out of his own. Good job by Irvin. Irvin was trying to leave it for Landon. Blake has it. Puck gets through. Irvin's got it. Got tripped. And there's going to be a power play for your Thunderbirds.
Yeah, Pride of Colorado Springs there just driving in hard and got tripped up as he was going to get loose in front of the net. And first time we're going to see the power play today from the Tbirds.
Puck's down. Irvin's got it. Irvin up to Landon. Landon has Dashel. Dashel has Landon with space. Back to Dashel. Turn shot fired. Puck got deflected wide. Landon picks it up. Landon has a lane. Turns out of it. Landon has Dashel. Right back to Landon. Has another lane. Oh, had Miller. Miller just couldn't get all of it. Got hooked here. Slides it through to Irv. Irv has Dashel. Dashel to Landon. Landon to Miller. Miller 1T missed. Rampage clears it up and out and down. On net. Why aren't we going? Dashel leaves it for Landon. Landon coming up here the outside. He's going to get zone entry. Landon has Dashel up high. Dashel walks. Dashel turns shot fired, deflected up and over the net. Rampage trying to clear it out. Landon has it right here on the boards though. Has Dashel. Dashel bumping it through, looking for Irvin. Goes all the way to the corner. Trevor picks it up. Again, it has Landon. Landon has a lane. Turn shot fired. Misses over the net. That's coming out of his zone. Miller comes through. Gets it. Blake's now on. Miller's going to have zone entry to the outside. Getting some other guys on. Blake and Jackson on the backside. Miller over to Jackson. Jackson turns, fires it in deep. Kellen is going to pick that up. Kellen and Parker working there. Parker comes out with it. Has a lane. Sends it to Jackson. Jackson walks. Jackson has Mark. Mark all the way through. Parker picks it up. We're even. Parker turn shot fire, saved and frozen, and that was a tricky little shot there by Parker.
Yeah, great little shot there by Parker to end the power play there, but great puck movement, unable to cash in on one, but a couple good opportunities there from the Birds as they were really buzzing that puck around though.
So Lyndon, Kellen, Keaton, Jackson, and Blake. Puck is... Wow. That was chipped up to the moon and back. Sent all the way through. Blake's got it. Blake has some speed. Right up the middle, got stick check, turned it over. Rampage clears the zone. Lyndon picks it up, slides it over to Jackson. Jackson with some good patience has zone entry. Had Kellen going to the net. Jackson takes the back of the net here. Bumps it up to Blake. Blake's turn shot fired, deflected down on net by Keaton. Goalie made the save. Comes right up the middle. Good job by Blake. Jackson and Kellen here working off the board. Puck comes up to Blake. Blake gets around one. He's got Lyndon. Puck's out of the zone. Good bodies. Comes right back to Blake. Blake turns and dumps it in deep. Back behind the net. Garrett now on up front. They are behind us, stretching. Puck's in the opposite side. Jack and Connor Healy on. Jack has it. Slides through one into the zone. Sammy is on. He's got Liam going hard to the net. Oh, good job by Liam. Didn't get all of it, but good read there by Sammy. Puck out of the zone. Connor Healy turns, fires it in. Garrett's going to get there. Got angled off, and Liam just muscling guys off left and right down here in the corner. Puck up the ass. Gets backhanded back in by Sammy. Good back check by Garrett. Turns and dumps it into the opposite corner. Sammy and Liam working there. Good job by Jack. Puck's in deep. Sammy turns out, fired off the post and out. Rampage has zone cleared. Liam turns, fires it right back in. Rampage ices it. Will stay right here. Really good pressure by that line there.
Yeah, all 4 lines firing for the Tbirds here, but that line out there just grinding there with Maida, Lacus, and Garrett out there just working hard. As I said, we're getting it from all 4 today, which is great to see.
Daschel mark on the backside. We've got Landon, Trevor, and Irvin on up front. Trevor's going to step in for this draw. Wins it forward. Stays on it. Trevor working back there with Landon. Rampage trying to come out with it. Good pressure. Daschel's able to hold the zone. Daschel leaves it for Trevor. Puck up to Irvin. Irvin slides it back now. Gets it right back. Gets through one. Irvin looking for space. Irvin slides it down to Landon, looking for some give and goes. Landon gets through 2. Backhander. Back comes right up the middle. Rampage has it. Gets it in deep. Good open ice hit. Mark back behind the net has Landon. Landon has Daschel. Daschel up to Trevor. Trevor around one. If he hurries, chips up and out of play. Or we had a 2-on-1 going there. Looks like an offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, just off the stick there from Trevor, who would have had a good opportunity there with Daschel. And I didn't see who was coming down this far side there, but had a chance, just missed it by an inch there, Doug.
Same 5 guys will step in. You know you feel the beat. Puck and skates cleared up and out. That'll be an icing if it gets there, and it will be. So we'll come right back and do that all over again.
I just need you to get
They didn't let that Michael Jackson breathe for you. I could feel you getting into it.
Here we go. Landon steps in for this draw. There's one back. Mark has it. Mark over to Daschel. Daschel turns out, fired. Deflected down by Trevor into the goalie belly. Another offensive zone faceoff. Wholesale changes come to the ice. Blake and Jackson on the backside. Miller, Sammy, and Parker on up front.
Great traffic up front on that last shot as Daschel fired that one in and got through, but had both Dowd and Parker up in front.
Sammy working off the faceoff. Rampage has zone exit. Try to poke it forward. Blake trying to clear it, but Rampage again able to hold it, but Blake gets it right back as Parker. Parker really strong on his skates. Blake kicks it forward, has Miller. Miller's got zone entry. He's got Parker going with him and Sammy. Miller gets through one. He's got the back of the net with some speed. Tried to backhand it up to Jackson. Puck is up and out of the zone. Good job by Blake, sends it cross ice up and in, and they're going to call that an icing and a defensive zone faceoff.
Don, with all due respect, Mr. Parker is not a big man out there, and he is playing well out of his weight class today. I've seen him lay the wood 3 or 4 times today on guys that definitely have some size and poundage on him, and he is getting after it today. I'd love to see it.
You know, it's been a minute since we've called him the honey badger, but that's exactly what it is. Kellen, Linden, Keaton, Jackson, and Blake. Unfair face-off number 6. Blake has it, sends it to the opposite side. It's up and out. Rampage gets
You're
it.
going to lose that race.
Keaton is working to win that race. Really good job by staying on his skates. Gets it up to Jackson. Turn shot fire wide of the net. Couldn't hold the zone. The puck is out. Linden comes through with it. Leaves it for Kellen. Kellen was trying to shot. Completely missed. Blake hits it right back, though. Blake turns shot, fire, top corner, and welcome back, El Capitan. Good work by Keaton, Kellen, and then Blake to clean it up.
Love to see that line cash in it. They've been out there on the forecheck just working hard, and that one started with Keaton just beating his guy down the other side and muscling him off the puck. And obviously, Lyndon Burns with a great pass there for Kellen, and Kellen missed that puck, but turned right back over to the captain, and he cashes in. Love to see him back on the board.
Jack Connor Hilly on the backside. Kellen, Keaton, and Linden stay on. Jack gets the line, turns and dumps it in deep. Linden's in, applying some pressure. Rampage tries to rim it out, but Jack holds his own. Now they chip it out. Kellen's helping back cover. Kellen chips it over to Connor Healy. Connor Healy has Keaton. Keaton through to Linden. Linden's own entry was looking to try and bump it through. Rampage has it. They got zone entry. Good body coming in net front. Oh, wow. There's that backside that we were talking about was wide open. Looks like we're going to be getting called on a penalty. Looks like we're going to the box here.
Hilly for a trip. I didn't see it behind the net there, John. So if we had replay, we could look back at it. Tough one there is they have the backside wide open there, and I don't know who came in on the tied up that stick, but saved us from gifting him one there on the board. Would have made it 3-1.
Let's go get another shorty here. Dashiell, Mark, Irvin, and Trevor. Puck one over to Dashiell. Dashiell turns out of it. Dashiell sends it up and out and down. Irvin's going to go apply some pressure, and Irvin likes to eat these guys for breakfast. Rampage playing deep. Stretch pass, turn and chip it in. Mark gets there, turns, wires it up and out. You're going to have to regroup another 200 feet. Rampage coming up the middle. I'll send it to the outside. Good job by Trevor. Rampage sends it over. Missed the pass, though. Gather it back here on the point. Send it in deep. Good body by Mark. Mark sends it up. Doesn't get cleared. Now it's cleared all on its own. And Irvin comes through. Frickin' good body. Rampage looking to get something set up, but bodies and sticks. Rampage playing back behind the net. Mark comes in, trying to poke it forward with Irvin. Rampage sends it up and out on their own all the way down. 45 seconds here in the kill. Miller comes on. Landon's coming on. Rampage sends it up the middle. Trying to go back behind the net. Good stick by Landon. Backhands it in deep. Trying to send it into net front. We tie guys up. Oh, puck is cleared out of the zone. Had Miller streaking, just missed. Rampage has it. 15 seconds, turn shot fired, saved by E-Train. And says, homie, don't play that.
That'll take us to the break there. Don is going to get the ice break as the T-Birds up 3-0 here. Going into the break, leading shots 19 to 5 for everybody at home.
You stay connected with us here at home, because if you go, be gone then. We'll be back with you momentarily. Welcome back, Thunderbirds fans. Going to be entering the second half of this game where your Thunderbirds are up by a score of 1-2 to settle. We will have 14 seconds here left in the penalty kill. And looking to go maybe double up the score of the second half of this game, Nate.
Sorry about that. Don just opened my beverage and had to run over here. Is pretty typical of me to be running a little bit late and had to beat the boys out to the ice. But
what rhymes with Nate?
Late.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Outside of the unfair face-offs, there's not much to complain about with how this game's being called today.
Yeah, refs doing a great job out there. I think we're at 6, maybe 7 unfair face-offs so far, but great game there from the boys. Up 3-0, coming out of the ice make. They got 14 seconds, I believe, left to kill on this power play for Rampage. And pretty solid game so far. Not a lot of critiques.
Good, really good to see our captain get on the board here today. He is, he'd be pressing as he hadn't seen the ice in this capacity in a long time, and just super happy for him right now. Way to go, Blakester.
Yeah, happy crowd for Blake to get back out there. We got 2 defensemen on the board today with both Blake and Dashwood. That's when this team's really buzzing. You get that blue line coming in on the offensive side of things. We are really hard to beat.
Looks like, here we go, coming to the ice here. We're going to have Blake and Jackson with Lyndon and Kellen. Kellen's going to be stepping in for the draw. Puck's into the half boards. Lennon and Jackson battling down here. Rampage sends it high. Send it over out of the zone. Puck's in the zone. We're back to 5-on-5. Keaton on. Puck back behind the net. Rampage sends it up, but not out. Jackson's able to send it in. It's right in front of the net, and Keaton's going to get called for a penalty.
My goodness gracious.
Trip. Pretty soft.
Don, here's what happens is you compliment them coming out of the break, and then that happens. Keaton out there getting called for working hard.
Working hard, so right back on the penalty kill. So Lyndon, Kellen, Blake, and Jackson, 2 minutes up on the clock here.
Same guy. I hope everybody refilled their coolers. We are in for a long second half.
That guy is 6 out of 7 on his own. Rampage has it, working off the hash, looking for the back door. Puck goes all the way through. Jackson working out of the corner, tried to chip it up the half boards. It's in feet. Kellen has it, chips it up but not out. Rampage tried to chip it through. Lyndon's able to clear it up and out. Kellen is flying. Really good work here, Kellen battling. Find some pressure big time, all on his own.
Look at that.
2-on-1, just eating, gobble, gobble. We just came out of Thanksgiving. Rampage actually comes out with it. They get into the neutral zone. Now they have zone entry to the outside. Being kept back behind the net. Good stick by Jackson. Jackson and Blake. Blake tried to clear it up, not out. Comes right back to Jackson, though. Jackson gets through, all on his own. Lyndon's coming off. Miller now on. Landon on. Rampage gets zone entry. They leave it. Dashel now on the backside. Landon comes in with a good stick. Dashel comes through with it. Squeezes it up with Miller. Miller is able to clear it up and out, and Landon's now flying. Landon forces a turnover back here in the corner. Landon in a 2-on-1 battle all by himself. Now it's 4-on-1. Rampage comes out with it. They have it up the outside. Good angle by Mark. Puck sent across ice. Missed the pass. Landon goes out to apply pressure. Sent off the hashboard. Dashel picks it up. Rampage slides it through. Turns, misses the net. Landon comes through. Got stick check. Mark has it. We are 5-on-5. Mark has zone entry. Leaves it for Landon. Landon trying to look into the slot for Trevor. Rampage has it. They have zone entry. Turn shot from the high slot. Must have been screened by our defenseman because there was nowhere to put that, but it found the post in.
Yes, little CNI shot there from 25. Quick little wrister that he had there and just picked and found that top corner there, Don. Is a tough one there. Is 426 lift here, 3-1. Tbirds.
Created by a turnover to the middle of the ice where nobody was home.
Yeah, I think you're right, Don. I think that one was screened there by the defenseman as he shot that quick little wrister right between the defenseman's legs there. I don't know if you saw that one.
Trevor, Sammy, Irvin, Jack, and Connor Hilly. Jack chips it forward, Irvin chips it in. Trevor is flying into apply pressure. Rampage trying to come up. Sends it up and out and down. That'll be an icing, so we'll stay right here.
Good stuff from the boys on that penalty kill, Don, as we had 3 forwards out there with just taking on 2 guys on their own, pinning that puck deep, coming off of the forecheck, and able to kill that one off with that goal coming right after the break.
Unfair face-off. Guy is now 7 of 8. Puck sent to the corner. Rampage trying to clear it up and out of play. That'll be another offensive zone face-off.
Stats guy over here pulling one ready for it. Let's see if he gets it. Nope.
That's one of the half boards. Irvin chips it forward. Trevor comes through. Slides it back to Sammy, back behind the net. Sammy's coming out. Up has Connor Hilly walks. Connor Hilly sends it off the back of the boards. Rampage has it, sends it up and out and down. That's going to be on net. No icing. Ethan opts to freeze it.
Hilly with a couple extra words there for the snow make there right on Ethan. As Ethan had total control of that one. Came in, gave him a little spray, and Hilly taking offense to that, Don, as he should.
Gotta like that. Puck one back. Puck's out of the zone. Irvin has it. Irvin gets it forward. Rampage trying to come up the middle. Good step by Jack. Allows Irvin to come through. Has it with Trevor flying into the zone. Trevor turns shot, fires, saved and throws it. Little extra liberties going on at net front.
Well, Don, I'm going to say if you don't call anything there, you're going to have a hard time calling anything in front of the net. As they took the Pride of Colorado Springs, grabbed him by the neck and body slammed him down. Learned that on the WWE circuit, but
I agree.
Looks like we're going to get no
run for his money tonight. John Senya in his last appearance, apparently.
At this point, it's open market in front of the net after that one for the refs.
Miller, Parker, Garrett, Blake, and Jackson. Puck comes through. Parker's working to stay with it. Got hog tied down. Garrett has it. Garrett over to Jackson. Missed on the low tee. Gets it back. Jackson walks. Turn shot fired. Walks wide to the corner. Rampage hard up the outside, but Miller's there. Miller chips it back down to Garrett. Garrett out of the corner looking for Parker. Net front. Chipped wide. Rampage chips it up and out. Blake turns, fires it right back in. We are on side going into a Python forecheck. Funky bounce off the glass. They wave off icing. Jackson picks it up. Tried to go over to Blake. Blake with a good angle. Rampage pokes it forward. Garrett loses an edge. Parker has it. Parker gets zone entry. Slides it through to Jackson. Jackson turns shot fired. Saved. Right back to Parker. Parker has the back of the net. Looking for space. Slides it to Miller. Miller comes out. Has the high seam. Backside to Parker. Parker's shot fired. Blocked up and over the net. Miller gets it back. Miller and Garrett working there. Garrett tried to come high. Good body by Parker. Just munching guys. That's going to be an icing. And Parker is, I don't know if he ate breakfast.
He's eating hits all day. I think that's maybe his 8th hit of the day, and 6 of them he skated the guy. But refs missed offsides. There was offsides about 8 feet. I'm glad they didn't call it though.
Daschle, Mark, Linden, Kellen, Keaton off
Unfair face-off.
Now he's 9 of 10. That's the 10 mark that I was talking about, and I'm about ready to go ballistic. Kellen had Linden right at net front. Puck got all the way through. Puck sent up and out. Sorry, Keaton has it. Keaton has zone entry with speed. Tried to leave it up the half boards. Nobody home. Rampage says it cross ice. Turnover. Daschle plays it back to Linden. Linden back to Daschle. Daschle's going to have zone entry. He's got Kellen going to net front. Looking for Kellen at net front. Comes all the way through. Mark steps out. Mark slides it back behind the net. Sticks with it. Keaton comes in to support. Rampage shifts it up. Daschle's able to hold it. Turns, fires it on net. Loose out front. Rampage turns, fires it up and out. Misses that pass. Bodies and pucks and sticks.
Oh,
shot
save.
turned, fired. And I think we got caught puck watching there a little bit, which we can't do.
Definitely, Don, as that puck came loose up front, right onto the Rampage player's stick, and good save there by number 30. Looks like he got a glove and a little body on that. No rebound given as they were coming in hard on him, but kept that game from being 3-2 on that one.
Connor, Hilly, Jack, Liam, Parker, and Sammy. Rampage turn shot fired and frozen by E-Train. That'll be another offensive or defensive zone face-off. 106 here in the period.
Tbirds got to find a little bit of that intensity here. Unfair face-off starting to affect them, Don, maybe.
Well, the unfair face-off couldn't be called there because the guy that likes to call him was gone.
That's a hook. Rampage coach over here as the Rampage player went over to the ref and gave him the look of what did I do, and the coach tells him, get in the box, you know exactly what you did.
What do you mean you don't know what you did? Hey, way to go, coach. Yeah. Kudos to the coach. I honestly have been hearing him all game. I kind of like the way he's coaching the kids. So yeah. Power play comes to the ice with Irvin, Landon, Trevor, Miller, and Daschle. Landon in for the draw. Well, there he is, 10 of 11.
My goodness.
Have a sip. Pucks one back. Daschle has it. Daschle over to Miller. Miller 1T. Gets deflected wide. Rampage tried to clear it. Comes up funky bounce to Daschle. Daschle has it Landon. Landon has Irvin. Back to Landon. Landon has Irvin. Irvin has Daschle up high. Put a little bit more mustard. Has Landon through. Irvin picks it up. Irvin looking for space, has Landon. Landon back to oh, jeez. Went right through Daschle. Daschle picks it up back behind the net. Leave it for Landon. We got to go 20 seconds. Let's go get it right here. Landon has speed. He's going to get zone entry up the outside. Turns out of it. He's got a lane. Miller, 1-2, misses the net. Irvin picks it up. Back to Landon and Miller. Miller turn shot fire. Puck's loose out front. And Rampage able to clear it up and out. That's going to do it for the first period. We'll come back. We still have 1:04 on the power play.
Well, Don, we're actually done with the second period, heading into the third, but not to auto-correct you there, but.
Thanks for doing that. Thanks for having my back. Turnabout's fair play. Never been good with periods.
Neither am I. Don heading in the third period. Minute 4 left on the power play here. A lot of puck movement here. I'd love to see him drive one towards the net. Maybe catch one on the backside. We've been trying to set up that 1T on that side. Love to see them move that one back to the other side and just tap one in. Free and clear. What do you think?
Let's go. We got a minute to go get this done. We got to act with some urgency. Go find the back of the net right now.
I agree. Rampage obviously caught a little momentum catching that goal coming out of the ice break on that side of things, and got to get back and control that dominance that we've done in the first period and a half before the ice break, Dom.
So same 5 guys are going to come out after having a small breather. Landon, Irvin, Trevor, Dashel, Miller. And I'm feeling a groove coming on. 5 eyes for E-Train. Refs are waking up for their slumber.
Tbirds tripling up Rampage in shots, up 24-8 on the shot side of things, and also tripling the score up 3-1.
Landon in for the draw, comes up to Irv. Irv pokes it forward. Is able to hold his own momentarily. Rampage tried to clear it. Miller up to Dashel. Dashel to Landon. Landon to Irvin. Irvin to Landon to Dashel. Dashel has Miller. Miller misses on the one-timer again. Picks it right back up. Miller working out of the corner. Miller has the seam. High to Dashel. Dashel right back to Miller, has a seam. Slides it to Irv. Turn shot fired. Whistles all the way through. That's going to come out of the zone. 22nd. Dashel over to Irvin. Irvin has zone entry. Leaves it for Landon. Landon trying to slide it through. Good sticks. Puck comes up high to Dashel 1T. Got blocked. Rampage able to clear it up and out and down. That's going to almost all but do it. We got about 10 seconds. Let's go. Let's fly. Don't wait. Let's go. Dashel leaves it for Landon up the outside as zone entry. Landon around 1. Turn shot fire. Puck shot 5. Music come on for no reason. Now we have Blake and Jackson on the backside. We're back to 5 on 5. Landon here working hard on the boards. Puck is able to be chipped up and out. Kellen's going to go back and pick that up on retrieval. Trevor coming off. Keaton now on. Kellen back behind the net. Chips it up, has Landon. Landon through to, that's offside by Keaton. They're going to put it at center ice.
Birds got to find their groove here again. Don, first period, forecheck was really leading the way, but Rampage able to flip it back a little bit here in the third. Got to get that puck deep, get on the forecheck. That's where we're really creating those opportunities.
Kellen in. Rampage comes out with it, tried to chip it forward. Blake blocks it, comes through to Kellen, picks it back up. Kellen chips it forward to Lennon, has zone entry, slits it through to Blake. Blake turns out fire, puck loose out front, and finally frozen, so that'll be an offensive zone faceoff. Good little rush there.
Yeah, great rush. Had Keaton on the far side crashing in hard, and Rampage goalie able to cover that one up before he came in, but Linden flipped that just across to him. Good work.
Kellen steps back in for the draw. Puck one back. Lennon got stick check. Come back to Kellen, turns and wires it in. Jackson's going to step to hold the zone. Puck sent in deep, comes right back to Kellen. Kellen turns shot fired. Glove saved by Mountain Man for another offensive zone faceoff.
Got a little wrister from the point there for 16.
Get your drinks ready. It's coming right now.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, it's borderline.
Thought about it.
Rampage sends it up the boards. Jackson's able to poke it forward to Keaton. Keaton was looking for a shot, had it roll off the stick. Kellen's there, pokes it back down into the corner. Rampage trying to clear it up the boards. Jackson again able to hold it. Shot gets all the way through. Puck's loose out front. Rampage able to clear the zone, but that was a good little tricky shot. Puck sent in deep by Blake, and we are clear. Allowing Lennon to come back on and apply some pressure. Sammy now on. Puck sent up the middle. Comes right back to Miller. Miller trying to kick it forward. Rampage gets into the zone. Sends it into the corner. Picks it up there. Blake with a good angle. Angles his guy off. Jackson trying to poke it forward. Puck comes under the hash. They wide open. Someone in front. And really good job by Ethan. Standing tall. Ethan's doing a good job staying square to the puck there, Nate.
Yeah, great little chance there as Rampage got loose, wide open up in front. Was able to square up to that one and gobble up the rebound. So doing a good job on the rebound side of things as well.
Liam, Parker, Miller on with Connor Hilly and Jack. Miller in for the draw. Puck still sitting in skates. Poked forward by, guess who? Honey Badger, who's now applying some pressure. Rampage with an over. They send it in on net. Connor Hilly sends it to the half boards. Parker has it, chipping it off, looking for Miller, but Rampage with a good stick initially. Good bump here. Puck sent forward. Rampage has it with his own entry. Shot fired, blocked to the far corner. Jack trying to punch it forward. Puck's up and out of the zone, and Parker's going in to apply some pressure. Causes almost a turnover. Rampage clears his zone. Good angle by Connor Hilly. Allows Miller to come through, pick it up. Miller got sandwiched by two. Allows Parker to come through. Parker has zone entry. Turn shot fired. Saved and frozen. It'll be an offensive zone face-off, and it looks like wholesale changes.
Parker adding a couple other things to his game besides just burying kids on the ice. Is a sneaky little wrister there. Used the defenseman to kind of block his shot there and almost snuck that one by Rampage. But good look there by number 10.
Irvin, Landon, Trevor, Dashel, Mark. Rampage comes out with it initially. They send it up and out. Mark back here on retrieval. Mark gets the back of the net, chips it forward but not out. Puck comes up the middle. Landon picks it up. Landon's looking for space. Landon has the outside. He's got speed. And now zone entry. Offside.
Close.
Hey, do you think I care? Mark's down. Mark has it. Turns, fires it in deep.
He drinks fancy beers. Like, come on.
Puck sent up the outside. Dashel holds his own. Puck sent up and out and down. All kinds of extra action going with no calls here right in front of us. Guy looks like you need a pacifier from his mama.
Talking about our stats guy or somebody else?
Well, whoever was just smack talking me just now, you decide. Landon steps in for the draw. Rampage has it, trying to clear it. Dashel holds his own. Dashel has 1T. Saved out to the hash. Puck comes up. Dashel steps to hold. Dashel gets through. Sticking with it. Good battle here. Puck sent up and out of the zone. Mark with a really good angle into the blocker, and there's extra luck going on down here. Dashel has it up to Trevor. Trevor with the backhand. Puck's loose out front. And there is a little bit of frustration going on here. Landon holds his own. Again, there's something going to be called if it doesn't. Landon has Dashel. Dashel 1T, and there's a whistle. Extra business going on all over the place. You are horrible. Looks like we're getting the short end of that stick.
A lot of action over here. Stats guy asking for the knee call as Rampage came in, almost took out Dowd's knee there, but able to avoid that one. But
Blake
a lot of extracurricular, as you were saying, Don, and we get called for that one. But
Blake asking for an extra conversation. Looks like someone on the ice might need to share a pacifier with someone else right now. Blake has it, turns, fires it up and out and down. Linden's going to be able to go in and apply some pressure. Rampage working out of their defensive zone, missed it up and through. That's going to be an icing and an offensive zone face-off.
Donnie, we got to get back on track here. I lost a little of our rhythm and flow here.
We are letting them dictate a little bit. We need to come back and dictate ourselves, yeah?
I agree.
Jackson Blake on the backside. Linden Kellen and Kellen, because we are short. Linden's working hard back here. He's in a 2-on-1 battle. Just keeps battling. Rampage finally is able to come out with it. Has the outside. Tried to send it through. Bouncing puck. E-Train saves it out to the corner. Kellen bumps it up the opposite boards and out of the zone. That'll force Rampage to regroup. They send it through and in. Funky bounce right back on net. E-Train decides to freeze that. And it looked to me like that could have been offsides.
Could have for sure, Don. He's not responding to us over there. So
Stats guy may be going on probation.
He is his own man.
He is, it can't be a cake and eat it situation here. Sammy in for the face-off. Connor Hilly, Garrett, and
there it is, folks.
Unfair face-off. That is 12 of 13.
That's a baker's dozen today on the unfair face-offs. We might be running dry at home.
Get his ruler out here and measure. Puck's finally down after an hour and a half. Rampage comes out with it. They're working off the hash and high. Have the over. Missed the down completely, but send it back behind the net, working off the opposite hash. 45 seconds here. They send it high. Shot fired, deflected up and out of play. It sounded like it got wood. I don't know if E-Train got a knob on it, and they got a knob on it, but looks like it's going to be a defensive zone face-off.
Yeah, I think 30 got a stick on that one. Don, I'm up here just dreaming of shirts, and we got to envision this. It's an unfair face-off shirt, but us taking a drink. Thing of beauty.
That's right. There is 13 of 14, and that guy is...
We're going to have to get a little pitch count up here to keep track of them today.
Rampage working off the outside. They take it back to net front. Good job by E-Train to stay square. Puck's able to be cleared all the way out. Garrett applying some pressure. Sammy applying some pressure. Mark and Jack on the backside. Puck comes through. Garrett has it. Garrett chops it forward. No possession. 5 seconds left here before we're even. They're looking for space. They finally gain zone entry, but we're right on them. Come right up the middle. They glove it to themselves. We are now even. Miller has it back to the net. Puck's in up the middle. Mark has it. Dashel now on. We are clear. On who?
Tbirds going to go on the power play here. 14 blue getting called for a hook. Wow.
We ought to probably just be drink to that one and be thankful.
One in a row, Don. One in a row.
One in a row. Power play unit comes to the ice. We don't have one yet today. Let's go get one. This is our third opportunity here.
I agree.
You can correct me on
that. Yes, sir. No correction needed.
Dashel back to Miller. Miller shot blocked. Gets it back. Miller takes it back to the net. Looking to come up the middle to Landon. Landon to Dashel. Dashel has Irvin. Irvin, oh, really good contact. Goalie has no stick. Puck's able to be cleared up and out, and that was some tic-tac-toe. Really good push by their goalie there.
Yeah, thing of beauty there. Good save there by the Rampage goalie on that one, but Miller had it.
Landon's going to get zone entry. Landon up to Dashel. Dashel back to Landon, has a lane. Shot turned, fired, and in. So I'm not sure if that was tipped, but Dashel and Landon had some action there. Yep. There we go. There's the first power play here of the game. Gets a 4-1 game in favor of your Thunderbirds.
Mr. Dowd almost automatic from that spot, as I think maybe half of his goals this year have been scored from that spot. He is tough to stop from there, but able to set that one up. Little two-man game between him and Dashel on the power play.
Clock's down. Blake Jackson, Sammy, Miller, and Parker. Blake has zone entry. Sent it through with Miller going to the net. Miller got angled off here on the hash. Jackson steps to try and hold. Sammy does hold. Splits two guys. Backhand to the net front with Jackson going in net front. Puck's loose.
That should be good. No,
they're going to wave it off. They're going to say net was off. That is highway robbery at its best.
They call that in the league a good goal by my book, as I've seen it a couple times this year on the Avs. As net, yes, was off, but had no impact on that puck going in.
Asking for conversation. Not even hard trying to give Ryan the time of day. He's coming in hot on Ryan. Ryan like ready to go fisticuffs on it, it looks like.
Yeah, Coach Seavey not happy about that call, trying to get an explanation. Got a quick one, walked away. Good drive, good push there by the boys. Love to see that grit up in front of the net.
Let's go get some more dirty 30s. Puck's down. Parker has a turn shot fired wide in the net. Rampage going to pick it on the hash, trying to clear it. Shot through Jackson. Blake back here on the retrieval. Blake working back deep in the zone. Turn it over to Rampage. Rampage has it now. Trying to come off the board. Puck's out of the zone. Rampage here. Sends it up high. Chips it in deep. Are they going to call icing? I'm not sure that should have been, but we'll take it.
Agree to disagree, as I don't think he got a piece of that one, Don, but I'll take the icing and the offensive zone face-off.
You had a better look at it than me. It just looked like it did a little hop, whether it hopped over the stick or got a piece of the stick and in. I don't know.
Check with our stats guy over here. What did you see there, icing? Yeah, confirmed.
Confirmed what?
Icing.
Icing. Puck's down. Lynn is shot, post out. Turn shot, fired in the back of the net. Landon with a pass off of the post to himself behind the net. Regroups, turns, rips, and fires to find the back of the net to make this a 5-1 game.
Stats guy kid getting the goal. I gave him a ride to the game. I said if he scored, he could ride with me every day, and it looks like it's going to happen here. I said I'd even pick him up. Yeah, there's a grandpa in the house. That's the only time he scores. So,
Kellen, Kiki, Linden, Connor, Hilly, and Jack. Rampage punches it forward. They get zone entry. Good stick by Connor Hilly. Rampage has it. Trying to put it to net front. Turn shot fired and nothing there. Backside goal for Rampage. E-Train made the first save. Puck came out, landed right on the Rampage stick, and put it home. The back of the net.
Tough one there as the rebound came wide off of him right onto the Rampage stick, and nothing he could do about that one. It went up 5-1, and just as quick as it was 5-1, it became 5-2, Doc. 7:22 left here in the third, though. Love to see the boys get number 6, number 7 on the board and close this one out.
Wholesale changes, Garrett, Liam, Trevor, Mark, and Dashel. Puck's one back. Dashel has it. Dashel slides it up to Trev. Trev bumps it in. We can go apply forechecker. Liam is flying, and Trevor's flying. Puck's in up the hash. Rampage has zone exit, but really good job, just sticks in lanes. Big hit by Liam, on Liam. Garrett and Trevor flying there. Garrett sends it up high to Mark. Mark walks. Turn shot fired, punch saved up and high. Rampage has it. Good job coming in here with Garrett and Liam working off the boards. Trevor waiting in the wings. Mark back on retrieval. Mark has it, sends it to the opposite side. Liam coming in. Rampage playing high, turns and fires it back behind the net. Ref impeding play. Dashel has it up and off a Rampage stick. We're looking for wholesale changes. Rampage turns, fires it in deep, deflects it in themselves. Blake and actually Mark's still on the back. Good angle and hit by Mark. Miller with a good angle. Puck's down here in the corner. This does not get sucked into their style of play. Miller comes out with it. Miller has it forward to Parker. Parker has it. Parker has zone entry. Parker was trying to slide it through off the skate. That's going to come out of the zone. Sammy picks it up. Jackson and Blake have it. Blake has it. Blake off Miller's skate into the zone. That was not offside.
Oh,
that was not offside. Clearly touched across the center line and into the zone.
Center.
It hit him in the middle.
Nifty little kick there by Miller with his skate to push that one in, but
Stats guy's getting fired up.
Stripes can't see a thing out here.
Miller in for the draw. Unfair face-off, number 150. Have a drink. Miller comes through, has it. He's got zone exit. We have 3-on-2. Tried to chip it through to Jackson. Sammy has it, skates it to himself. Sammy working out of the corner, has Miller. Oh, had Parker coming through. Puck just bounced. Blake back here on retrieval. Rampage sends it high. Good bodies back behind the play. Jackson pokes it forward. Chips it up, looking for Parker. Slides it through. Guys just looking for big hits and doing a good job slipping them. Puck sent in. Landon now on. Landon has the puck. Has Sammy. Sammy steps in. Turns a chip. Rampage chips it up and out. Rampage has zone entry. Turn shot, fire blocked by Landon. Blake working out of the corner here. Now Jack comes through. Jack punches it through on the back of the net. Blake comes through, has speed. Blake has to the outside. He's going to get zone entry. Had to come off his stick, and they're looking to stretch behind us. We got to watch that. Landon picks it up. Landon leaves it for Blake. Blake turns, shot, blocks to the corner. Chips it all the way through. Gets all the way up and out, and Jack has it off the half boards. Has Trevor. Trevor in. We're looking for more changes. Connor, Hilly, and Jack on the backside. Trevor, Irvin, and Landon. Rampage sends it to the opposite side of the ice, goes all the way down. That'll be an icing and an offensive zone faceoff.
It looked like the Rampage player and Hilly got tied up there in the middle, and Rampage ended up on the ice and icing this way for another offensive zone faceoff. And probably got to crack another one here to get ready for the last 3:56 here, as I'm sure we'll have
there you go. It's coming.
Fair faceoffs.
Keaton, Kellen, Linden, Jack, and Connor Hilly.
He doesn't like what he sees. Oh, he drops it though.
Puck going back. Turn shot fired up and over the net. Good release. Jack steps to hold the zone. Sends it back in deep. Sticks with it. Keaton and Jack working back there. Jack can't send it to net front. Had Kellen going there. Rampage with the cross pass. Good initial stick and step. Turn shot fired. Saved by E-Train. That'll be a defensive zone faceoff.
Good save there by Ethan as Linden had the puck in his skates there, and Rampage able to poke it out in between, but big 3-0 held strong on that one, though.
Kellen steps back in. Puck's one back. Rampage turn, fires wide of the net. He trained with the glove.
Just a bit outside.
I don't know what stats guy's laughing at. He needs to have a little bit more focus in his game. Lennon has his own exit, flips it up and out of play.
Went for the alley-oop off the boards and just a little high up into the fish net on the side there.
Wholesale changes. Getting a little smack talk from a teammate. Looked like Miller, Garrett, that to Liam, Mark, and Dashel. Puck comes back. Dashel has it. Dashel has the line and entry. Turn shot fired. Puck's loose out in front. Little extra love tap. No call. Offensive zone face-off.
Yeah, MPJ in there getting a little bit of a stick work late, but it's okay when we do it, but take offense when it happens to us, for sure.
There we go. Puck's into the hash. Puck sent up the middle, stretched right behind us. That's the one we had to watch out for, and we weren't. We fell asleep at the wheel and let him behind us to let him score a goal to make this a 5-3 game.
Yeah, you called it earlier, Don, as they were trying to sneak out from behind us, and they missed it on the first time, but got that one as Mark unable to get to the back check and picked up that top corner there on that one. But 5-3 here with 3:08. Got to buckle down here the last 3 minutes.
Landon, Irvin, Trevor, Blake, and Jackson. Landon in for the draw. Landon kicks it back to Jackson. Jackson over to Blake, off a stick. Blake chips it off the boards, comes through. Irvin's got speed with Landon going in. Turn shot fired, saved out to the opposite hash. Landon tries to chip it through. Blake got totally tripped, no call. Really good effort to get there and hold the zone. Playing off there. Trevor has it. Trevor has Blake. Blake shot, fired, saved to the wide side of the ice. Landon picks it back up, has a lane. Was looking for back door, tried to stick with it. Rampage has it. Cross-ice pass. Jackson picks it up. Jackson has speed. He's going to gain zone. Shot, fired, saved. Rampage clears the zone. Landon has it. Rampage gets zone entry. Jackson sends it back behind the net. Up the half boards. Rampage holds his own, sends it in deep.
2 minutes left here, Don. See if Rampage pulls the goalie here. Try to get a man advantage.
Puck sent back to Blake. Blake's got zone entry. That's a tough one to leave on the blue line. Offside. Wholesale changes. Jack and Connor Hilly on the backside. Miller, Sammy, and Parker on up front. Puck's down. Jack has it, turns and sends it in. Parker's in, trying to apply some pressure. Puck's in on the opposite side. Connor Hilly steps to hold. Gets around one, he's in deep. Sammy going to the net, came right through. Rampage has zone exit. They get zone entry. Good job by Jack. Shut that down. Connor Hilly has it. Sends a cross pass. Miller. Miller has zone entry. Gets through one. Got bodied from behind. Dangerous play into the boards.
Pretty from behind up here.
They're going to bring that puck outside of the zone. That was a pretty dangerous little hit there.
Yeah, Miller laying on top of the puck, and that's why they blew the whistle there. But Miller letting them know what he thought about the no call and the hit there.
Kellen, Linden, Keaton. Linden pokes it through. Keaton chips it in. Rampage with a cross pass. Good stick by Kellen. Rampage sends it up. Connor Hilly bumps it through, looking for Keaton with speed. Rampage backhands it in. Jack has it. Jack turns and dumps it in deep. Keaton and Kellen there. Rampage sends it up the half boards. Jack working hard here, 2-on-1 battle. Keaton comes through. Puck chip right back in. Out of play. That'll be an offensive zone face-off in Wholesale Jeans.
Tip of the cap to this line today with Olsen, O'Leary, and Burns out there just relentless on the forecheck getting after him. I got at least $5 as the three of us. If we were out there on the ice and they were forechecking us, we couldn't get it out of the zone, Doc.
Timeout, Rampage. 36.8 seconds here left in the contest. Is that 36 seconds or 37? What's the rules guy say? He says, rules guy say has a drink.
Graham Burns out here saying, my hockey rankings, they're not going to pull the goalie here on this one. So trying to pick up those extra points, per se, in the ranking side of things. Coming into this one, I didn't see what the differential should have been, Don, but I got to imagine they're covering it.
At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter for them. It matters for ultimately seeding into Tier 1 playoffs and also our state playoffs. So we see Landon, Garrett, Liam, Mark, and Dash will come on here for the last 36.8 seconds.
I imagine they're trying to sneak that guy out the backside again, see if they can get a loose man behind the zone there. Oh my goodness.
Unfair face-offs. Puck's down. Sent up and out and through. Mark has it. Mark takes it back behind the net. He's got speed. Turns and gets the line, sends it in deep. Landon working, puck up by the Dashel. Oh, wow. All kinds of hits from behind, ready to protect yourself. Puck comes out. Puck sent up the middle, again stretching. 3, 2, 1, that's going to do it. It's going to do it. Going to end up in a 5-3 game.
Well, T-Birds come out on top 5-3. Had a little slop after the ice break, Don, and gave up 3 on the other half of that one, and we saw at least 24 unfair face-offs. So good luck with the rest of your afternoons after participating in those, but we will see everybody in Arizona next weekend.
We will see you in Arizona. We got a full lineup next weekend. Got one more week of school to get into the books and a week of practice to go get ready. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon. For now, it's Don Army with my partner,
Nate Christensen.
tuning over and out.